start.
Hello, I'm Dan Johnson from Love and Death.
I'm Valentine from Love and Death.
And we're here to talk to you about anti-bullying. I myself was a victim of some bullying in junior high and freshman year of high school, I suppose you could say. And it's people only knew what an influential time that is in someone's life, and like it'll stick with them forever. And I know that it's something that I still think about, and I was overweight in school, so I remember getting called names and stuff. And it's not, it's awful. It's just.
Tell them about your coach.
Oh yeah, I had a coach in junior high, 8th grade. This happened. Like I remember they wanted us to do dodgeball, and it was like shirts versus skins, and I didn't want to take my shirt off. And the coach told me to quit being a baby and take my shirt off anyway, and I did, and I got laughed at by the whole class.
Are you laughing at yourself now? Or are you laughing?
I mean, it's funny now. I mean, I get laugh at it, but it's not funny. It's not funny at all.
Yeah.
So teachers don't be bullies either.
So what did you do?
I went and started working out, and tried to lose weight and.
He's on Insanity right now?
Yeah.
He does Insanity every morning.
Yeah, that stuff helps. But music kind of helped me get out of that, that area, because like I kind of found my niche when I started a band, and then joining like the drum line and stuff like that. So, and then I was able to have friends. That's when it kind of started to stop.
When I was in high school, I heard a story about people were getting bullied to the point of suicide. And I was bullied, and I was confused, and I tried to commit suicide when I was 17. And I was locked up in the psych ward for months, actually, after that. But when I was in there, I talked to a lot of kids that people didn't want to die. They just didn't want to be here anymore. They just felt like they didn't have another choice. God saved me from it. Of course, I didn't die. And then years later, I'm playing with Brian Head Welch, who was a big influence for me, actually. Gwen was a big influence for me. So, high school, after that, it gets so much better. I mean, if there's no way that we can stop bullying, it'll always go. But it's better if we bring it out in the open so that people know about it. And it's not the end. It's just not the end. Suicide is never an end.
For anything.
I was a burner, a cutter. I've got burns all over my arms. I got cigarette burns. I've got over 40. And looking back, if I would have ended my life, I would never know that the next day would have been this. I had never been here. It's just not worth it.
Nope.
And it's mean. And I see people from high school when I go back to hometown. I mean, we went to Uniontown yesterday.
I went to my town where I went to high school in rural Pennsylvania, and saw it. And it was pretty tricky for me.
And at the time, how influential, at the time when you were in it, how influential was it to you? At the time, it seemed like that was the whole world.
It was my whole world. Yeah, it was my whole life.
And then going through yesterday, how was it?
And going through yesterday, I realized how run down it looked and how unimportant it was.
Not that we have anything against Uniontown at all, but it's like now you've been around the world. Right. You've seen there is a tomorrow. There's other places.
Right.
No one's trapped. It'll get better.
There's a life after school.
There's definitely a life after school. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Don't bully.
Yeah, don't bully. But I mean, you can't judge someone, and you do some real damage on the inside.
Yeah, words hurt.
Things. Yeah, words hurt like way worse than physical wounds.
Someone actually said something the other day. To me, it still happens. Bullying still happens. I'm up older, out of school, in a band, touring the world or whatever, and someone wrote on the internet that I cannot believe this idiot plays bass for Brian Head Welch. He lives at his mom's house.
It's probably Brian Head Welch.
Which I don't live at my mom's house. So he's like, I can't believe this idiot who lives at his mom's house got the gig for Brian Head Welch. If I would have known about the auditions, I would have something and got him. Like, that's a form of bullying too, and that hurt me.
Online bullying is serious.
It's bullying too, and it sucks. I mean, be nice. When you watch Karate Kid, do you want to be, what's the guy's name? Not Daniel, but what's the other guy's name? Danny?
I think so. I forget.
Do you want to be the jock?
Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai. You want to be that guy? No one roots for that guy. And when you're bullying someone, that's who you are.
That's a bully right here. We get bullied every day.
I'm serious. Like when you're watching movies and you're going like, dude, look at this guy. He's a dork. Look at him. And he's the bad guy in a movie. And then you go out and you're like, you're that guy. Like, don't be that guy. Be Daniel LaRusso. Be Karate Kid.
Don't sweep the leg.
Don't sweep the leg. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but I don't like being the bad guy in movies. Be the good guy. Good guy wins.
We feel very strongly about this.
Seriously. Is that it?
Word
Johnny.
Word
Johnny's
third.
his name.
Johnny.
Don't be a Johnny. Unless your name's Johnny. Then be a Johnny, but be a nice Johnny. Because you can't really help but being a Johnny. Don't be the Johnny. That guy.